Hello, my name is Nick, and welcome to Watch This Now. Waves is a drama written and directed by Trey Edward Shults that centers on a family in Florida as they go through the ups and downs of tragedy and transition. Now, this is the filmmaker behind It Comes at Night and Krisha. Hated It Comes at Night. Krisha is phenomenal. If you can find that film, watch it. It's so good. Now, the main focus of the film here is Kelvin Harrison Jr.'s character, Tyler, who is an athlete in high school. He's really pushing himself in order to be the best that he can because his father, played by Sterling K. Brown, is putting a lot of that pressure on him. Now, Tyler goes through a lot of different pain as he has an injury in his arm that he is trying to ignore because he just wants to keep pushing himself and pushing himself. And Tyler pushes himself to the breaking point. Now, oh my God, Kelvin Harrison Jr., what an underrated talent. He was so good in Loose earlier this year. I thought he was Academy Award worthy for that performance. Here he is even better somehow. Oh, he is just, you be on the lookout for that actor. He is so good in everything that he does. I can't get too into it without giving away some major plot points in the film, which I don't want to do. Just know that this is a family drama, and it is so powerfully emotional. But the film does sort of undercut him in a way that is unfortunate. Otherwise, I think he would be an undeniable standout that would easily be in the Oscar race. However, the film does transition, and we focus on the sister character, Emily, played by Taylor Russell, who really picks up some slack. I'll get into the story issues in a little bit, but the character of Emily ends up becoming the emotional core of the film towards the later half of it, and Taylor Russell does such a great job of sort of taking the torch and running with it. She has some really powerful scenes, and really the entire second half of the film is on her shoulders, and I was really quite surprised by how well she performed in some of these scenes because the energy is just so raw and natural, and I could not believe how effective this was overall. Sterling K. Brown is another name that has been tossed around in terms of awards contention because he's truly worthy. He's worthy, and of course this movie is getting no attention, but we'll get to that. But he's so good in this movie because he's so good in everything. Unfortunately, he's really only so good in a couple of small moments. He doesn't have a whole lot to do as a character, and the character unfortunately plays a very central role in the story, and I think it's kind of unfortunate that he lacks the presence that he is supposed to have. I think that there was more that was supposed to be there with this character of the father of this family. However, it's just not, and he kind of pops in at important times, and I really wanted to see his character fleshed out a little bit more, especially when you have someone like Sterling K. Brown playing this character. I mean, hello, there's nothing he can't do. My biggest issue with the film is the screenplay and the story itself here, because we spend a lot of time, a good hour or so, focusing on Tyler and his struggles, and then we shift gears to Emily. And the problem is, that first hour or so, it has this propulsive energy that keeps moving, and it had me so sucked in as I was watching. There were several moments when I thought, I can't believe I'm as into this film as I am, because family dramas just really aren't my thing overall. But then when we start to focus on Emily, we completely lose that energy, and the film drags. I mean, it is almost like a Terrence Malick film. We just spend a lot of time with people in these big sweeping shots as music is playing and there's voiceover, and I was just like, where are we going? Where is the story here? And again, not to give anything away, but where it ends, we end up ending on an emotional arc for a character that is not even in the family. And I don't want to get into it too much, but if you've seen It Comes at Night, then you probably know that this filmmaker already made a movie that was an entire therapy session for him, as I see it. And I think that he gets in the way of himself in the ending here because we completely shift focus away from where we should be. And I understand the connection, but it doesn't overall work, and I think we needed more time spent with our core family members. We needed the parents overall fleshed out more. And considering where things go, I think you could have tightened Tyler's story, shortened that quite a bit, shortened Emily's story a lot. I mean, this movie could have been an hour and a half easy. It could have been an hour and a half gut punch of a film, and I would be sitting here calling it perfect. The problem is the movie gets in the way of itself, and even though the filmmaking is beautiful, the use of color, the way this film is colored, and the editing too, Shults also was an editor on the film, the way the scenes transition together, a lot of it is just beautiful to look at. But by the end of it, I was sitting there going, I need to go to the bathroom, we need to wrap this movie up, can we get there? And it almost felt like Lord of the Rings when you're waiting for this movie to end like 17 different times. I was like, listen, you're not even finishing your own damn story, get to the credits. While I have more issues with this film than I would like to admit, to be perfectly honest, I also cannot deny the emotional impact that this film had. There were several scenes that just rocked me. I mean, truly just rocked me to my core, where I just wanted to start crying into my popcorn bag, sitting there alone in this movie theater. I'm telling you, no one is seeing this movie. Everyone is going to completely look over this. But if that isn't your thing, if that's not what you want, then maybe stay away from Waves. Maybe that's why everyone's staying away from Waves. But if you want to see a powerful film, this is it. Even though I think the filmmaker makes several detours that are completely unnecessary and take away from the film overall, I also have to say it is so powerfully made that I will be on the lookout for whatever next projects he has. Waves isn't perfect, but it is damn solid filmmaking, and it might work even better for you than it did for me, and I can't help but recommend this. What did you think of Waves? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. You should totally subscribe to this channel. Look out for a bunch of new reviews coming because it's December. We're heading into that holiday season, and there are so many movies coming out. I've got 2 to see today. I don't know what I'm going to do. Thanks again for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video.